I do these videos talking to you about different varieties of herb, and as I'm standing here, I'll let you behind the scenes. It takes quite a while to get all the cameras set up in the right positions. But the flavour of this variety, I can smell it while I'm waiting for all the videos to start recording. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Mojito mint. And this is a distinctive variety of mint that really is the definitive mint. That's a big statement, isn't it? The definitive mint to put in a mojito. I sometimes think that plants have personalities. And if this plant had a personality, it would be coming to your herb garden to have a party. Look at the foliage. The foliage even looks quite fluffy and flamboyant. If this was a dance, the Mojito mint would be a samba. It has definitely come to have a good time. I think it's worth actually just focusing on the foliage for a moment, because the foliage is really, really pretty. The foliage looks really flamboyant. It looks really attractive. But this is a variety that really isn't just about its good looks. Mojito mint is a beautiful variety that is going to be the variety that you're putting into summer drinks. Now in this video I'm going to talk briefly about all the options that this gives you in terms of drinks, but I'm also going to talk about how you can grow Mojito mint successfully, so let's get right into it. Mojito mint does what it says on the tin. This is the variety of mint to use in a cocktail and to make a really authentic mojito. The flavour that Mojito mint gives you is a really strong, sweet and fruity lime flavour. Now, this is a really strong flavour. You can use this to add to a really strong drink and the flavour won't be lost. Sometimes when you are making a strong cocktail, it's really, really easy to actually lose whatever botanicals you've put into the cocktail by adding a strong spirit. Mojito mint actually holds its own. You will still get the flavouring. If you were using Mojito mint, for example, to infuse with gin or to infuse with a spirit over a longer period of time, it really would infuse and the flavour would come across really, really strongly. This is not a flavour for the faint-hearted. This is a strong variety of mint with a really interesting flavour. One of my father-in-law's lockdown hobbies was making gin, and he tried pretty much every single herb that we grow here at Urban Herbs, and Mojito mint was one of his many favourites. It's a strong flavour. I've got some really good news for you. Mojito mint is really, really easy to grow. In fact, you could say it's a little bit too easy to grow. Like many varieties of mint, Mojito mint is going to spread with abandon. It's going to want to take over whatever container it's inside. If you put it into a raised bed, it's going to spread and spread and spread. It's going to take over that raised bed. And it's for this reason that many people say that mint is quite invasive. This is true, and Mojito mint is no exception. I'd strongly suggest keeping Mojito mint, like pretty much every other variety of mint, contained in its own space. So plant it in a container on its own, or if you are going to put it in a container or large raised bed with another variety, consciously check on it and separate them regularly, digging down into the soil to make sure they're not sending out runners or roots to fight with each other. Now, very often people ask me, should you plant two different kinds of mint together? And I think this seems like the perfect time to address that. It's a really bad idea to plant two different kinds of mint too close together, for the simple reason that they're both going to spread. They're both really invasive varieties. Now, this is a great thing when you want to furnish yourself with loads of material to make lots and lots of beautiful drinks with. But when you plant the two mints together, they're going to spread towards each other. They've both got expansionist policies, and they are both going to spread towards each other. They're going to fight, and nobody wants to see a mint prize fight. One of them is going to emerge victorious, and you're going to wonder where the other variety of mint went. And the truth is that actually one of them will emerge victorious and just take over that bed. I would keep each variety of mint separate, and I would certainly keep Mojito mint in its own container. It'll just make your life easier. So where are you going to plant Mojito mint? Well, it's going to thrive in full sun or partial shade. We found our best results happening in partial shade, in fairly moist compost. Now, a lot of herbs will ask for free draining conditions, which means that they will dry out quite quickly. Mojito mint is going to want slightly more moist conditions. It's going to want to drink a little bit more. So if you can use a more moisture retentive growing medium, that would be really, really useful. When I say moisture retentive, I just mean that if you can work a little bit of organic material into the planting mix, that would be really, really good. It'll mean that you have to water the Mojito mint a little bit less often, and it's going to be able to drink more. So that'll make your life a lot easier. I should say that Mojito mint does actually flower, and this variety here is just putting on a few little flowers. There's no problem with it actually flowering. The flowers are really pretty, and local bees will absolutely love the flowers that this produces. We're often asked about letting herbs flower, and there really isn't too much of a problem with doing so. I think that the flowers that Mojito mint produces are actually really special, and actually several florists that we've worked with have used the flowers of several mint varieties, Mojito mint being one of them, to make beautiful wedding flower bouquets. It's something we get a lot of questions about, and this looks really, really special in a bouquet. What do you think, guys? Am I selling Mojito mint to you? Mrs. Urban Herbs, do you fancy Mojito?
Always. We know that I think it smells like Skittles.
That's something I should have mentioned in this video.
That's my fun fact.
It's a recurring joke here, isn't it? That to you, this smells like Skittles.
Yeah.
Other sweets are available. It's a fun variety, isn't it?
It's beautiful as well. You can see, as Andy said, the leaves just look so interesting, and they're just slightly different to other mint varieties in terms of just how they look in your garden. So it's a really nice variety to have, and also, like you say, very, very good in a cocktail.
Have you noticed that while I was filming this video and while we were talking about this, we can't stop touching the foliage?
Yeah.
What is that? It's true though, isn't it? It's actually a really drinkable aroma. Does that make sense?
I think it's interesting because we talk quite a bit about sensory gardens. So sensory in the sense of, obviously you can sort of smell them, you can taste them, but also this is just really lovely just to touch.
Yeah.
And it's just slightly different. It just looks pretty. We just, yeah, very big fans.
And it's engaging all the senses as well, isn't it? So actually that's something perhaps I should have mentioned, that it's a very tactile variety. We need to pop one of these up, don't we?
We need to pop everyone up, yes.
Yeah. End of season party soon. We need to. Guys, I'm Andy.
I'm Kate.
And we are Team Urban Herbs. If you've enjoyed this video, please drop us a comment below. Let us know what you think of the channel, what we're trying to do here, because we're trying to raise awareness about all these different varieties of herbs, you know? There's more to life than the sort of 5 or 6 varieties that you see in the supermarket, isn't there? There's things like Mojito mint that encourage you to make delicious cocktails, share them with your family and friends. And if you've enjoyed this video, if you're feeling inspired to grow some different varieties of herbs, please drop us a comment below and let us know. Until next time, guys, see you later.
Bye, guys.